Bang, what's popping, people? We're back again. Another UFC Parlay Madness live stream, episode 10. It's been a good show. It's been a good series of shows over the last 9 episodes. Hopefully, we can earn a lot of money this weekend, as we always aim to do. The show's been doing very well since it started. The results are documented very heavily. We're up plus 70 units so far. Last weekend wasn't great. We had one parlay that cashed, but it didn't even cash in full. It was Jacqueline Amarim moneyline, and we had that with Brian Battle inside the distance, I believe. And obviously that fight was a no contest, so we just cashed the Amarim side. So plus 150, nothing really. I feel like Battle was going to get it and was going to cash the parlay there, which would have just about covered us for the show. I think it was like plus 590 or something like that. A little bit less, I guess. But yeah, man, we had great reads last week. Like last week was one of the biggest weekends of the year for me personally, 2024, because I got every single fight right except for the Kennedy and Zheleznyakova versus OSP fight. So that was very good. And I know a lot of people made a lot of money off our reads. We called a lot of underdogs. Danny Silva was very close to hitting parlays, man. Like our reads were so good. Our predictions were very good. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out in the parlays. Doesn't always happen. That's all good, boys. We're up 70 units so far this year. And hopefully, after today, we're going to make it even more. So my man JB will be coming in soon. He isn't here right now. So I'm just going to say hello to the chat before I move on. Then we're going to get straight into it. It's going to be a little bit of a quicker show today because I have things to do. It's Saturday for me where I'm at. And I got things going on after this. But don't worry. I'm going to bring you the heat regardless of how long the show's on for. So shout out to the squad. Damon, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Rolling one up for Jewish. Yes, sir. I think my man's quit smoking now, you know, so I ain't going to be smoking on any packs anymore. I might have to do it for him. The Lou and the Jew Dream Team scores again. Shout out to Sean Hanning. Thanks for being here. Chris Berry. Let's fucking go. Someone effed up that Zalal line. I don't know, man. It's time again. Let's get a shout out to Eric Betts Fights. I couldn't catch you on the quiz show. Daz told me to go on it. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late. One day I'll go on that show, maybe, but I ain't that good at MMA trivia, so I don't think I'll be good. Kevin Thomas saying, anyone else plays James Bellator picks today? Yes, we cashed big time on Bellator today. Hopefully everyone cashed with me. 3 straight bets, 3 wins, and I 3-leg parlayed that shit too. Well done, bro. So we cashed a good amount of money on Bellator today. And if you didn't know, little quick announcement before we get into the show, I'm giving out all of my picks for free. So you've probably seen the video I've done on social media, but if not, I am giving you access to my MMA group for free. You don't have to pay me anything to join it. The catch is that you can only join for the next 24 hours. Then you're going to have to pay again. And it's not free for lifetime, but you get it free for free fight cards, free fight weekends. This one is included as well. So yeah, man, if you want to join, you don't have to pay me a penny. You know, I know there's a lot of scumbags in the industry, a lot of people who basically need your money to continue. Need your money to pay their bills, you know, but I earn enough money from betting, so I don't need your money to pay my bills. So I'm letting everyone join for free. Of course, it's not going to be free forever. The amount of work I put into this is ridiculous. And of course, I'm going to charge for my services. My services are very good enough to charge for, and it will go back to paid after 24 hours. But if you want to get in and see how we do things for the next 24 hours, all you need to do is go to lucrativemabetting.com. which is my website, and you can literally just click sign up for free. So yeah, shout out to anyone who's signed up for free of us yesterday because they cashed big this today. Bang, bang. Elite Zone Bellator was sweet today. Yes, sir. It did well. James, what's up? Thank you for the free money line winners today in Bellator. Appreciate you, brother. Bookie's about to lose you. I know that. I can blank the card. Just let Talbott win. We'll speak about that. I'm excited for the Talbott Saaiman breakdown. Yeah, man. It's going to go hard. Talbott. Everyone's speaking about Talbott. Someone said they smell a goat in the moon. In the room, Pierre's got 1,500 on Saaiman. Boys, I can't get to every single person in the chat, but you know, I'm about to be doing that. Some YouTube comments really hating on James. Squash some of them in the comments. That's it, bro. They're just little ants. You just need to squash them. But I love the haters, man. The haters give me attention. The haters make me want to make more money. And you already know we're about to do that. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. Yeah, I'm going to get straight into it, boys. So I'll bring up my screen here so you can see my screen as always. And if you don't know how this show goes, basically what we do is I go through every single fight on the card, break down the entire fight on the card. all of the fights on the card for you. And then what I do is, and then I make the parlays at the end of the show. So, yeah, let's get it, boys. So first fight tonight is Muhammad Usman versus Mick Parkin. Yeah, so I don't want to say low-level fight. I mean, I guess for heavyweights, it's a little bit higher level than low level. Like, I think these guys are slightly one tier above the Chase Sherman, Chris Barnett, Jared Vanderaa type heavyweights. I'd say they're just slightly one tier above, but they ain't two tiers above. It's a fairly low-level fight overall. I think Muhammad Usman has some decent upside in this fight. I think he hits harder than Mick Parkin. You know, I haven't seen Mick Parkin do too much damage on the feet in any of his fights. Talking about Kai Machado fight, who I don't think Machado has a good chin. And then even in his fight against Jamal Pogues, you know, he kind of just jabbed him 1-2s every now and then, couple of leg kicks. I don't think he hits that hard on the feet. Muhammad Usman, I don't think he hits super hard too, but I do think he's more athletic, physical guy. So he hits harder naturally. And I think that's what may separate them on the feet. I think Mick Parkin's the better overall technical striker, but I think Usman's power and maybe athleticism levels the playing field a little bit on the feet. I think on the feet it's fairly close, although I guess I'd favor Mick Parkin a little bit. But I think with cardio, I'd favor Muhammad Usman. I think that he fades a little bit less than Mick Parkin. And then I'll also say that if Usman goes for takedowns, I think he can get him. I don't think Mick Parkin's got much off his back. If Parkin goes for takedowns, can he get him? Maybe, but I feel like the athleticism of Usman will probably mean that he stays on his feet. So I favor Usman ever so slightly in the fight. And so seeing Usman at an underdog price, I don't agree with it. I think that Mick Parkin should be a slight underdog. I feel like the roles basically should be reversed. And we'll see what my man JB has to say because he's coming in right now, live from the bricks, it looks like. How are you, bro?
Bang, I'm here, baby. You know, the man everybody's been waiting for. Maybe not, but I'm here.
Good man. All right, bro. So we're doing Muhammad Usman versus Mick Parkin. Heavyweight fight to kick off the card. Let us know your thoughts.
Hey, first off, how's my audio sound right here? Is it choppy?
Much better than last
Much
week. So
better. Okay,
people in the
this is
comments going to be happy now.
all right. So if it's good in the comments, let me know. I have no strong lean on this fight, and I know you were saying you were trying to make this a little bit quicker. So let's not waste time, man. Let's just get into the plays on this one, man. I'll have some stronger reads as the card goes along.
All right, sweet. So I'll write down and I'll show everyone my screen as always. I'm going to write down Muhammad Usman because I believe that's clearly the money. I feel like any underdog is.
I like how you have it set up, man. You already got it like kind of laid out already. We got
yeah. We're big time now, bro. No fucking about anymore, you know. None of this small time. We got to have the logo on the back and everything. So I'm going to bring up fight odds so we can get the lines. Plus 127. Clearly the money line side for me. I also like the GTD in this fight, boys, because I think it's been hit a little bit now. GTD minus 145. I'm going to write it down anyway. Maybe I'll like to use it. Maybe Jewish Better will like to use it.
I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, neither fighter is the supreme finisher. Bro, let us know. You went on Gambler's Perspective this week. How was that? Did you enjoy it?
Of course, you know, my man Yanni the Greek, I absolutely love his takes on certain fights. My man, you know, he's not the biggest MMA guy, and I know it irks people sometimes a little bit the wrong way, but the man knows what he's talking about. And, of course, my guy Nick's been a supporter since day one, so always show those guys love. James Lynch as well in the back. So, yeah, man, I enjoy it every time those guys have me on. I'm always down to talk fights with them, and it gives me a good introspective earlier in the week on the fights as well. I get to hear the episode a little bit earlier, right?
So. Yeah, good stuff, man. So if anyone hasn't seen the Gambler's Perspective, it's on UFC Fight Pass. It features our man Jewish Better. So go and show him some love there. You can't comment on the video, but if you go to the Twitter of Nick Kalikas, I think you can comment on underneath there. So show him some love, man. He's giving out some nice plays on there. But yeah, let's get into this fight. Man, I don't have a good read on this fight. Both fighters very inexperienced in the game, completely inexperienced in the UFC. I don't like one fight is very young. I don't really know what's going to happen in this one. Do you have a strong read on this one? Because I definitely don't.
Yeah, I like Andre Lima. I like his wrestling. I'd be a little bit worried if he gets put on his back here, but I don't think it's going to happen. I like his sprawl game. I like his stand-up a little bit better than Severino. I think his cardio checks out, so I think he's the rightful favorite here. Would I lay the minus 185 straight up? Nah, probably not at this point. But I think earlier in the week he was the play. Yeah, I don't know, because I could see a lot of outcomes here. I wanted to take violence, but both guys pretty tough for the most part. I could see a finish. Both these guys like to go for it, so no real strong read on here. But I like Lima.
Yeah, I don't have a strong read here either. This Igor dude's never gone to decision, I don't think. 20 years old. I don't think he's ever gone to decision. Let me have a look. Yeah, so he's never gone to decision. So, maybe it ends inside the distance again. I can see this one kind of being a bit of a war and going to decision, to be honest. So that's why I stayed off. I was actually looking at the goes to decision at like plus 145. I thought the line was decent for that. I always look for the plus money, but nothing for me. And yeah, he's 20 years old, making their debut. It's like, it's tough to get a read, bro. Like when fighters are making their debut, it brings a lot of volatility into the matchup. So when you got both fighters doing it, it just brings like massive volatility into the matchup. But I know a lot of people are on Lima here. It should be a good fight, though. I think this is going to kind of be like fireworks, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. Next fight tonight, Montserrat Rendon versus Daria. Zheleznyakova. I think Daria is going to win the fight. I know a lot of people on Montserrat Rendon. I don't agree with it. I think that Daria is the much cleaner striker. I think she's going to have her way on the feet. I don't think Rendon's going to do anything on the feet. I mean, she's not a good striker. Zelen is an actual good striker. Yeah, she might not be a well-rounded MMA fighter, but I don't think she's going to need that too much in this fight, to be honest. She's going to be punishing the body. She's going to be punishing the head. I don't think she'll finish Rendon because Rendon seems like a very tough girl. We've seen that in a couple of her fights now. Even in the Vidal fight, she just showed toughness in general, I believe. Close fight as well, obviously. She won as a big underdog there. But I don't think she's going to win as a big underdog in this fight. I got Zelen to win probably via decision, bro. What about you?
Yeah, you're going to tell me she's the exact same line against this girl as she was against Vidal. I'm not buying it, really. I know it's this girl's debut, but I like the striking. I think she's not going to get taken down in this spot. Don't see the offensive wrestling really coming here from Rendon. She's the younger fighter as well. I like Daria here by decision. I think the fight goes the distance more often than not. So give me Daria. Give me her by decision. Nice and short and sweet.
Yeah, I agree, bro. So we'll see the lines for that. I don't think we... Do you want to put anything in for the Lima fight? I'm going to pass, but it's up to you.
Maybe. I don't even know. I don't like that fight. Fight, so I'll pass. I'll pass as well.
Nice. All right, Daria. I'm going to put her as a money line side at minus 210. Where we got Daria. I'm going to put her on the money line side at minus 210. And then also her via decision. GTD minus 220. I'll probably leave that. Her by decision is plus 115. I don't mind it. I'm going to write it down anyway. And
I think it's worth it.
As we always say, boys, that we don't need to play these, right? We don't need to play every bet that we put down. We're just putting down random plus EV legs, and at the end of the show, then we're going to do our parlays. I do want to answer some of these questions, JB, because
Absolutely.
I told everybody that I was going to give out my membership for free for 48 hours to give people a free trial, see what we're doing. And I've got a lot of messages in the comments about this, so I'm going to answer. Thank you for the free trial. Just curious if you can cancel. Of course you can cancel. A lot of companies, every single company on the entire planet does free trials. And the one that I'm doing is exactly the same as whatever they do, which is you get a free trial for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And if you cancel your membership before that day, you never have to pay anything. So the membership is completely for free. You can literally sign up and cancel that same second that you sign up. So yes, you can cancel at any moment. What's the giveaway for members? I'm doing a giveaway for my members, and I will answer that because, look, are you going to give your existing members free 3 weeks? Are the premium members' membership going to be extending for 3 weeks? Someone else asked it as well somewhere. I don't know where it is. No, unfortunately, I can't extend the current members' membership by 3 weeks. The website has no facility to do that. I would do that if I could, but the website I'm using doesn't allow that. But a free trial period, and I want to address this, I could easily skip comments, but I'm not going to do that because I'm the most open and transparent person on this whole platform. So let me address this. Doing a free trial is a very common thing for almost every company around the globe, like I said. And so that's what I'm doing. The free trial is for free fight weekends, which totals 16 days. So there's 15 days left of the free trial. And what I'm actually doing for the current members is doing a giveaway, because I can't extend the current members by 16 days like I'm doing the free trial for. So I'm going to do a giveaway to sort of combat that. But even regardless of that, a free trial for 16 days is a very normal thing that a lot of companies do around the entire globe for new members. And the thinking behind that is I let people see what I'm doing. A lot of people can't afford the service as well, but they're coming in. They'll get to see what we're doing. If they want to sign up after, they can. If not, they don't have to. And yeah, you know, I don't really have any bones about doing that. So I just wanted to clear that one up. We'll carry on. I don't even want to give this attention, but I will give it attention. Thoughts on the exposed videos of you? I shouldn't really give this attention, to be honest.
Let's just skip, bro. Come on.
I should skip that, but like,
let's just go on. I'm like sitting here. I just want to. Well, we'll talk with the chat, but that's just like stupid question at that point, man. I'll skip that one for you.
I'm gonna say, because you know, bro, like I always said, bro, I'm the most honest and transparent on this whole platform. All I'll say is people are internet nerds and they have no idea what they're talking about, and they're liars and scammers. They are lying and scamming. And if you can't watch my shit for the last 5 years, tracked on a third-party website like betmma.tips, showing my bet slips all the time, coming in front of the screen, being live to you, showing every bet I've ever placed, ever, you can see every bet I've placed, win or loss, for the last 5 years. If you can't see that I'm literally the most legit on the entire platform, then you're a moron, and I don't want you watching my videos. So please don't do it. And please go watch somebody else's videos and lose money betting on their picks. I've not even watched any of these videos, but a couple of people sent me a screenshot that I never even watched. So I don't even know what it is, but a couple of the things that were sent were complete lies. So, you know, bro. But yeah, you're right, man. I shouldn't really address that, but I honestly don't really give a fuck about addressing it. So that's why I did it. But we will move on now. I think we're both in a bit of a rush. So yeah.
No biggie.
Stephen Nguyen versus Jarno Errens. Striking fight. I don't think either fighter will be pushing too many takedowns here. Nguyen will probably have some boxing advantage. Jarno Errens got a decent amount of power. I know a lot of people are on Errens this week. I can't do it myself. I don't like, maybe the fight will be close. I kind of could see that. You know, Errens gets stuck in. I don't think he's the worst fighter of all time. On a losing streak in the UFC now, hasn't shown maybe his skill set in the UFC, but I don't have a strong read on it. It's going to be a competitive striking fight, but I think Nguyen's got the boxing advantage and he's got the calf kick there, and he seems a bit more of a well-rounded fighter. So I'll pick Nguyen to get the win. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I like fight goes to decision. Both these guys pretty tough. I don't think Errens is going to get finished here. Yeah, and Nguyen, Errens is going to come for the finish at certain points in the fight, but I think Nguyen's solid defensively enough to avoid it. Yeah. So that's the side that I'd be looking for. Money line, I don't really have a great read on this. I would say it's Errens or pass for me personally. I think he's fought the better level of competition, and it could be closer to a pick'em.
So you want to put him in the parlay, or we'll write him down anyway as the money line side here, plus 137. What about any props? I don't like any.
I don't really even like Errens. I like fight goes the distance actually more than anything. I think both these guys are pretty tough.
Minus over 130.
Yeah, I like
That's kind of decent, you know. I kind of like it. You like the GTD or the over 2.5?
I'll take the over 2.5, honestly. Minus 155. That's 2.5 less minutes of sweat. And we're this is in parlays too, so I think it's solid. We could write. I'd just stick with over 2.5, bro. I like that better than anything on this fight, personally.
Okay. Yeah, I like that as well, actually, to be honest. I said I don't like anything on this fight, but I guess I was sleeping at the wheel and didn't really see the odds for that. I don't mind it. Will I be playing it? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. It's not impossible that I'd play that myself, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't see that earlier. All right, next fight
A
on the
lot of
card.
fights on this card, bro. It's a lot of
And
good
Bellator,
spots.
bro. The entire Bellator card this week as well. You know, there's been a lot of stuff. Sometimes you miss stuff. That's why I like speaking with you. That's why I like doing a parlay show. Even sometimes the chat will message something and saying, you know, they'll say like, oh, yo, the odds for this is wide or something. I'll check it and I'll agree with it. So, you know, it's always good to speak about MMA and stuff. I don't like doing it early in the week because it can kind of sway your thoughts.
Right.
At the end of the week, once I already know what I want to bet, every now and then, like you pointing out that over 2.5, that's a nice bet, man. Maybe I'll play it. We'll see. I like a few bets in this one as well. Miles Johns versus Cody Gibson. So Miles Johns is a weird fighter. You know, last fight he had a good performance against Dan Argueta. I bet him in that fight. It says no contest here, as you can see, because he popped for some type of steroid after. But I think that they may have got rescinded or something because, I mean, he's right back in very soon, right? So I don't know exactly what happened with that. Maybe you can clear it up. But basically, he fought well in that fight. A lot of people are on Dan Argueta at -200. I actually bet on Miles Johns at +160. And like, I understand why they thought that Dan is the type of fighter that would break Miles Johns, because Miles Johns has been broken before in the octagon. We've seen a couple of times now where he gets tired. He doesn't look great, looks a little bit labored. Even in some of his wins a little bit later down the stretch, he isn't looking too clever. And so they thought Dan Argueta would be the man to do the same. But Miles Johns looked good in that fight. He looked a little bit improved. And he's still very athletic. He still has very hard boxing early. You know, he drops a lot of people. He hurts a lot of people. And he's always got that wrestling to fall back on. He just gets tired and a little bit mentally defeated in some fights, you know? So if he doesn't get mentally defeated, he's going to win against Cody Gibson, because I do think he's got the athletic upside. I do think he's got some wrestling upside, definitely early. And I do think he can hurt Cody Gibson on the feet. But I feel like Gibson is kind of the type of fighter that Miles Johns breaks against, you know? Cody's going to go forward. He's going to throw a lot of strikes. He's going to throw a lot of volume in this fight. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be a very close fight overall. And I think Miles Johns will probably take round 1. But I definitely think Cody Gibson is going to take round 3. And so then, in my opinion, it's going to come down to round 2. And in that type of spot, I do like the underdog, right? I usually take the underdog in those type of spots. Very, very often, I'm saying one fight is going to win round 1, one fight is going to win round 3, and it comes down to round 2. I said it last week with C-Rod and Bulgarian, or was that the week before? No, I think it was last week. And I bet on C-Rod mainly for that reason, because I thought it's probably going to come down to round 2, or C-Rod may finish him. I don't know. Isaac might just completely die after round 1. And if it comes down to round 2, I'll take the +165 underdog, right? And I kind of feel the same here. Gibson is +125 or something, +129. So I'll take Gibson as the underdog here. I also like Gibson to potentially get a late finish in that spot. So maybe we could look at Errens ITD or something like that. But yeah, I'll say Gibson is the side. But what do you think, bro?
Yeah, I don't really care for any money line here. I think it's going to be a close fight. Either way, you'll be upset. So, yeah, I like the violence, brother. You mentioned it. I was thinking it already. I got a little stab on the under 2.5. I think it took some steam as well. I still like it here. I think Miles Johns can come for the finish early, especially on short notice. We've seen him have that power. I think he can knock out Gibson, and I think Gibson could put it on him late as well, get a late finish. So we're actually getting a plus money for some violence. I like it.
Yeah, nice. Can we go with the Errens ITD at +115?
Way better. That's because I think Gibson has late round 3 upside as well for the finish. So +115. I mean, give me it all day. I think there's a reason that line's a little bit, you know.
All right. So I'll write Gibson money line down because I like that one. I feel like it's more of a pick. And then what is it? The Gibson Errens ITD is going to be +115.
Yes, I like it. I like.
We both said we like Gibson late. Shall we add Gibson round 3? I might add it to a special or something like that.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if we think it's a plus EV leg, plus 1,000 now, that's it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
what are we expecting?
It definitely got hit. You would expect that to be more, right?
Yeah, I just wonder. I mean, we'll leave it in. We'll leave it in.
Hey, we might not use it, but I'll write it down. You never know. I think it got hit though because let's have a look. Yeah, 1,500 there for quite a while. 1,500 for 3 days.
They caught on to it 1 hour ago. It was actually an hour ago. It said so. That's crazy.
Oh damn. All right, so the next fight is Ricardo Ramos versus Julian Erosa. I'll let you take this one away, bro. It's a volatile ass fight, man. So hopefully you can bring us back down to earth.
I like Juicy J here. I think he's got a little bit grappling upside as well when it comes to the submissions. He could latch onto that neck. I think
Yeah.
he's getting underrated because of the durability issues, but I actually think Ramos doesn't have really the hardest hands. I think you'd have to catch him like a head kick, a knee up the middle, something crazy. So with that being baked in the line, when I don't think it's actually going to happen, I like the Juicy J side. I think he's got similar Sosket. He's going to be able to avoid any grappling, I think, of Ramos, whereas previous opponents were willing to just get taken down, play off their back. I think Juicy J is going to threaten that sub, use it to get back to his feet. And then it's just an even fight. So, yeah, he could get knocked out easily in round one. Like, it could just be his chin is completely done. But like I said, I think that's being baked in the line. You're getting an underdog price for him. Hometown advantage as well. Seen him working with Aljamain Sterling, so I think he's going to be prepared to stop any grappling coming his way as well. Give me Juicy J here. I think he gets it done. I actually think he'd get a finish as well.
I'm not going to argue with you on Juicy J. Gun to my head, money line side is Juicy J. He gets beat by people he shouldn't. You know, it's funny because if you look at Ricardo Ramos's record, it's like he ain't really ever beat anyone that high level, really. And a lot of times when he takes a slight step up, he does lose. But then you go to Erosa and you go, yeah, but this guy's like losing to people he shouldn't lose to anyway, right? Or even going to split decision with him like Steven Peterson. I mean, on another day, he could have lost that fight against Ocho Peterson. That's not a good loss, right? Alex Caceres, round one knockout. Fernando Padilla, I mean, they're not great fighters, right? Alex is a little bit better, but Padilla's not a great fighter. Song Woo Choi obviously got caught early, but Choi is not really on the level, you know, at all. Devontae Smith, round one KO. I mean, it's a terrible loss, really. So, you know, this guy, I mean, you want to go all the way back here. We won't go to the pre-UFC days, 5-4 guy, right? But the thing is that it's the same thing time and time again, right? KO in round one. Punches.
I didn't like that Ramos lost to Lerone Murphy, though. He kind of got outed there pretty quick. I know Lerone Murphy could be pretty good, but yeah. And then the Jourdain one was another weird one. Dude latched onto his neck and really didn't even try to escape the guillotine, in my opinion. Just quit. So I can't trust him either. At the end of the day, I seen Julian Erosa wrap up Jourdain's neck. He wrapped up Woodson's neck. But what's to tell me he can't get another standing dark stroke here again against Ramos? Like, the first time I've seen anybody get a hold of this dude's neck, he's tapping to Jourdain, the guy who this guy subbed. So I don't think he's going to have any grappling upside here, and give me Juicy J.
Yeah, so I'm picking Juicy J as well, but I can't trust him. I kind of like the ends ITD, but it's juice, man. So maybe we look for some.
What do you think about Juicy J by inside the distance?
Yeah, I like it. Juicy J's gone up to plus 155 now, which is kind of interesting. I
like that number.
Yeah, so definitely. That's a solid number.
ITD. What's Erosa ITD?
I'm gonna write ends ITD. I still think it's plus EV at the price for sure.
What are we
so I'll write that down.
Okay. Yeah, because he can get one-shotted as well.
Yeah, I also believe that Ramos can submit him or knock him out. So you know, I think both of it. It's funny. I think both of these guys can get a knockout or submission. And in those type of fights, it doesn't happen often, JB. But in those type of fights, you need to be betting that ends ITD because there's just so many opportunities. Juicy J ITD plus 225, Erosa submission 500, Erosa KO 450. Anything you like here?
Not at those prices, in all honesty, my brother. I'd rather just stick with the Erosa money line and ends ITD because it could anything. I could see Erosa win a decision, honestly, as well. And those numbers, they're not even giving me nothing there. They're making me make a choice on KO or sub, and I'm not really that confident.
I feel you, bro. We got the comment in the chat from MMA D Rob. It's the super chat, $5. Thanks for that, bro. He's saying, looking forward to the parlays tonight. Let's get it. Here's a free parlay. Holobaugh sub, Quarantillo and Zalal fight ends in round 3. It's coming with the MMA D Rob special. He's trying to take over JB right now. That's a clean one.
Parlay 6.745.
Yes, sir. That looks like a decent one. I like that one, bro. But yeah, thanks for the super chat, man. What else we got going there, boys? Man, the chat's so hard to keep up with these days. Shout out to the 645 live viewers we got right now. There's 326 on X and 319 on the YouTube channel. So yeah, shout out to everyone who is watching right now. There's a lot of motherfuckers watching, so shout out to you.
Heck yeah, we appreciate y'all for sure.
Also, my man in the chat. So Food was saying, I've been following and tailing James for over 2 years. He's taken me from a recreational loser to someone who's long-term profitable by my own bets. Let the haters hate. Free publicity. Yeah, it's true, bro. No need to respond to the haters. Let them be. All the exposed video. He had one bad event and people saying exposed. Literally, bro. And by the way, my man, you're in the chat talking a lot of shit about exposed and giving people light. If you keep on doing it, I'm going to block you from the chat because it's just stupid. Let me see if you're still doing it because I'll block.
Hey, it's all good, my man. Don't pay it no mind at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, I don't want him talking shit in the chat, so I'll just block him, bro.
Nah, your haters are your biggest fans, man. Let them talk. I like it.
Not the hater, but the one who keeps on. I think he's gone now.
Yeah, give him too much attention.
Just came into the video to talk shit and then gone. Yeah, I know,
He's
but
out.
everyone in the comments is going back at him. So shout out to every motherfucker in the chat because, yeah, man, 0-10 is a straight lie based on. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you, my boys. I mean, facts are facts at the end of the day, man. Like, the results have been there for 5 years, bro. Like, so shout out to everyone. I appreciate everyone backing me up because there's a lot of bullshit on the internet these days, boys. So we have to fact check these motherfuckers, to be honest, man. Because you never know who is talking shit these days. So I'm glad that everyone sees the truth. The next fight is Trey Ogden versus Kurt Holobaugh. This is a decent fight, I feel like this fight could go many ways. I do think Trey Ogden's the cleaner fighter overall, and I do think Trey Ogden's going to be the one getting his hand raised at the end of the fight. I even think he can finish this fight. A lot of people on Kurt Holobaugh this weekend. A lot of Kurt Holobaugh love. A lot of people message me, Kurt Holobaugh, Kurt Holobaugh, Kurt Holobaugh. Man here's saying Holobaugh should be minus 1,000. Man, it's so hard to keep up with the chat. So many comments, man. Shout out to everyone. I don't know about minus 1,000, bro. AI is super on Kurt Holobaugh right now. I think that Trey Ogden's going to be able to jab him, leg kick him, and take him down and kind of dominate on the mat. I think he's got a big grappling edge in this fight. And I think he gets on top, he can kind of show how good he is there. One thing I will say is that if Holobaugh just brawls with this guy and makes it dirty and ugly, he can win the fight, right? That's what Holobaugh loves to do. I'm just going to make a prediction on that he doesn't do it. So, yeah, man, I'm going to take Trey Ogden in this fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Trey Ogden as well. I think he's going to jab up Holobaugh all day, just like he did to Mota. I think he's going to get the takedowns at the right time. Holobaugh is willing to play a little submission over position. I could see even Ogden passing and get a rear naked choke here. I know everybody's on Holobaugh sub, but I actually think Ogden can get a sub. I think fight ends by a sub is good as well. We've seen both these guys submitted before. But I think Ogden's a high IQ fighter. He's gotten a lot better since, some of those earlier sub losses in his career. I think the steam's right. And it's actually coming back the other way a little bit. I like Ogden here. Maybe not necessarily a method, but I think he's the money line side. He could definitely go on the money line parlay this week. I'm all good with that. But I wanted to shout out the chat as well. I know y'all are rocking with Lou and the Jew. So I want every single person that's up in here. I think he said we got about 670. So as many people in the comments. Lou and the Jew, there it is right there. I want you to take a little. For Lou, I want you to put the little money symbol. And then for the Jew, I want you to find that little Jewish star emoji. And I need you guys to put it in the chat. Lou and the Jew right now. As many people as we can before this next fight's up. I need it to go right now.
Bang. My man Bulo saying Saaiman is on the juice. He's in DDP's camp and their corner man, Michael Upperman, popped for PDs for a fight I watched live where he got a 10-second KO. Damn, bro. So you think that the whole camp is doing it. We'll see if this is going to help him this weekend. Capping Service thinks it's not going to help him because my man CS is saying he's got his own special. Everyone got a special in the chat. Talbott round 3 and Dobson round 3. I like it, bro.
That's my dude right there. I'll be DMing him with him in the chat here and there as well. My man Capping Service. I like that one. That's a little bit. If you watch the Gamblers Perspective, I gave it out already. I won't give it away yet because y'all ain't heard it. But that's pretty close to it, and I might have to play that one as well because 240. Whoo.
That's a nice one, bro. That's a CS special right there, not a JB special. It's close to a JB special. We'll call that one a CS special. That's nice though. I do like that. So yeah, so we'll write Trey Ogden as the money line side down. Let's not get carried away here. Trey Ogden is minus 153. Bro, Ogden at minus 153 seems kind of like, I don't know, it seems kind of short. I initially liked Holobaugh when I was watching tape, but then when I watch more tape, I'm like, nah, man, Ogden's actually going to be able to jab this guy up.
Yeah, there's a lot of close fights on this card where I would be willing to just say dog or pass, but this isn't one of them. I actually think Ogden is the correct side.
Do you like NZTD?
I don't really mind either of them. If you feel strongly about any of them, I don't no feel particular. Strongly. Okay.
I will write down Ogden. Let me see, Ogden ITD 350. I'm going to write Ogden ITD 350 because I feel like he could. You know, we always get one of those fights every week where everyone's on the underdog and then the underdog gets finished. They don't just lose a decision, but they get finished. So the steam goes one way and a lot of people bet on the underdog.
What about, you think it would be early or late?
I think more often than not, it would. Like, I don't see Ogden just subbing him in round one. I don't think he's that type of fighter. I feel like Kurt, although Kurt, has great cardio, and I feel like the way he wins the fight is actually this fight is through cardio. I think that's how he has to win the fight. But I think that if Ogden is getting his game going, it's going to take some time to get Kurt down and sub him, right? So I do think that it would be 2 or 3.
Worth playing or over Ends ITD?
No, I don't. No, I don't like it. I'd rather just.
So you think round 1 is live?
It's not impossible.
Okay.
It's not impossible, and I don't know.
All right, let's leave it.
Yeah, it's just I don't feel strongly on a round, to be honest. Like obviously I'm predicting later, but I don't care so much about it.
Is my audio still good? Sorry.
Yeah, you're sounding good, bro. The chat will let you know if it's shit, so you know.
Yeah, let me know. There we go. This is what I wanted to see.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everyone. Fubu, Justin, Spibe. We got Mario, Tristan. What we got?
Gerardo.
Pierre. Bulo. We got every motherfucker in here.
My boy Bulo.
Darren saying you ain't got haters. I just paid for my free trial and want a little respect.
Okay. We dig. I dig, at least. We dig. Let's go.
All right, bro. Chat is funny, bro. All right,
I love these people, man.
Bro, chat's hilarious. Chat's hilarious. I know you're saying, like, don't pay too much attention to the haters and that. Bro, I just have fun with it. They're right there, innit? Like, I can see the comments. I don't care about the comments. I'm going to have fun with it, man. It's right in front of my face. Like,
yes,
I'm going
to
shout out the comments. Shout out to all the comments, man.
Let's keep it love in here, though. No need to hate in the Lou and the Jew comment section. This is a family over here, guys. So let's keep it to love. No hate in the comments.
You need a couple of the haters, though. Like, make it a little bit spicy. Have a little fun.
They can hate on us, but
mug them off. Take the piss out of them a little bit. Everyone calls them idiots. I call them a loser. You call them a loser. And then they leave the chat and we carry on the show. It's a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy.
I love it, man.
All right. Shout out to everyone. It's 729 guys. Bang, bang. Luis Puello versus Fernando Padilla. This Puello dude's a madman. I made one of the worst bets of all time. And like I always say, boys, I ain't got nothing to hide. Even though I do want to hide my Robbie Ring play at Juice at minus 160 or minus 170. I played Robbie Ring against Puello, and that was one of the worst bets I've ever seen. Terrible bet. It came out after the fight that the guy just gets trained by his mum or dad, mum and dad or something like that. And the guy wasn't like a true fighter or whatever happened. The guy quit in round 1. That was early. I thought Puello might break him in round 2 or round 3, even though I wasn't predicting it. I didn't think he was going to finish him in round 1. Terrible read from me. Terrible bet from me. It is what it is. In this fight, I don't think Padilla is the type of guy to just break like that. I don't think he's a flaky, breaky guy. I don't think he's got a flaky, breaky heart. But Puello might bring it out of him. I mean, you never know. JB's laughing at the comedy over here.
That was cringy, brother. But I'm with you, bro. You're my boy, but
a flaky, breaky heart, bro. I don't think Padilla's got one, man. I think he's a tough guy, you know, like he's a tough Mexican out of Chihuahua, Mexico. And I think he's got the upside in this fight. I think he's the better technical boxer. I think he's got decent power in his hands. We see that in the Erosa fight. Speaking of Erosa earlier, I bet on Padilla in that fight plus 150, strictly based on Erosa's chin, you know, and it paid off in that regard. But I do think Padilla hits kind of hard. I do think he's got technical upside early. I think Puello can come on late. I definitely think that he fights at such type of intensity and pace that it brings volatility. And I'm not ruling out him getting some type of finish in this spot. You can never rule it out with someone like Puello, but I just feel like Padilla is the better guy, the more skilled guy. But we've seen him lay an egg in his last fight, didn't perform there. I feel like he's a better fighter than what he showed in that fight. So I ain't rushing to play him at juice. I will pick him to win outright. I'll pick him to win inside the distance. I don't think the fight sees the scorecards based on the finishing ability of both guys. I can also see Padilla getting a submission in this fight. I think he's got a big jiu-jitsu edge. I don't think he'll go for the wrestling because he doesn't in many fights. But yeah, I can see Padilla getting a finish on the feet or by jiu-jitsu. And as I said, Puello could potentially finish him. So I like the NZTD. I think it's juiced. And I'll pick Padilla to get a submission.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I just can't get with the Padilla submission, but I see the angle, right? I can't stand the playing off the back, playing the rubber guard, getting your guard pass. You're playing submission over position, and I just think these low percentage attacks from guards isn't the wave in this day in MMA. But I don't think Puello is gonna try and take him down. It would have to be some situation where Padilla just gets knocked down. He winds up in his guard or something. I like the boxing of Padilla here. This is a pass for me, bro. I will say, my dude, I'm here every week, bro. I'm here every week. This is the spot right here, the back alley. You already know we're in the trenches. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet, man. I should have prefixed this podcast with I don't really have big prelim breakdowns, to be 100% honest with you. But I agree with you. I think Padilla is the rightful winner. So my dude Brian from Twitter or whatever his name is was asking me for some straight picks. So I'm trying to make sure I hit every straight pick here as well. So I'm gonna say Padilla, but no bet.
Yeah, baby, we got to go with the money line side, right? We ain't going to be hitting every pick, but if you think that one of the guys the money line side, you got to pick him. -170, I like it. I mean, I don't like it too much.
Some steam coming in on him.
Yeah, I'll write it down though. And bro, this is the question of the hour. Answer this, bro.
So let's just keep it real, man. I have been smoking a lot less. Let's just say that. Here and there, I've been taking a hit. I've been taking a little, instead of the smoking, I've been trying the edibles out, but very, very minimal. I mean, I think I'm close to just getting rid of this completely.
Good stuff, bro.
We can make it there.
How do you feel?
Tired, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm very out of energy. My focus is I'll say it's about the same. So I'm chilling, bro. I'm not really as hungry. My appetite ain't there.
Nice.
But I'm happy, bro. I'm just trying to win money. I'm trying to get to where I want to be in life. So smoking is cool. It's the, everyday thing for me.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Congratulations, bro. Keep it up.
I appreciate that, bro. We practicing self-control out here. My man James.
Yes, sir. Respect, bro. I respect that. All right, moving on, mate. Unless you want to play, you know what? I did like the NZTD. I did say that, but let me check the line. I don't mind at -160, to be honest, man. Padilla NZTD -1. There's a lot of very playable lines on this card, and we have to be careful, man, because you can get sucked into these -140.
Man, I can't believe last week, bro, we got suckered in on Kennedy and Zuku. We had it all down, bro. We let him get in there. So
C-Rod, Amarim.
Right, bro. So it's always the ones you never think it's gonna be, right? It's never gonna be Kennedy. We could just throw him in there.
Yeah. And, literally.
It is what it is, man. We gotta throw in the ones we could get. And I think by the end we'll have something cooked.
Bro, we picked every single fight right except for that fight, I think. Even down to some of the methods and shit, man. Is what it is, though.
Best week of reads, man, but we couldn't just get it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. It's cool. We're moving on. Billy Quarantillo versus Yusuf Zalal. This is a good fight. Bro, first thing I want to say about this fight is that I literally thought that I was going to be playing Yusuf Zalal +180 here. As soon as the fight was announced, as soon as I saw the line, I saw Billy Q. He was -130. Then he went -140. Billy Q went -160. I was like, all right, boys, keep doing your thing. I'm about to get Zalal at +190 because you're going to bet Billy to -210. And bro, the line went the complete other way. That shit is a pick'em, man. -110 a piece. I was not expecting to see it, but I understand it, and I actually agree with it. You know, I feel like the market was seeing what I am seeing. So, you know, it makes me not more confident in my read, but I understand why the market has gone where it has gone, even though I predicted the market to do differently. Because usually I can predict where the line goes. I'm not the best at predicting the market, but I say I'm above average. I'm pretty good. I'm a 7.5 out of 10. You know, some of my guys out there are 9 out of 10. They can always predict the market. I'm not as good as that, but I was completely wrong on this one. Overall, I think that the fight's going to be very close. I think that we could see some type of 29-28 type fight. I don't think any fighter is going to run away with it. I think Billy Quarantillo is probably going to start getting his game off a little bit later. But Zalal has great cardio. Billy Quarantillo beats guys via cardio. I don't think he's going to beat Zalal here. The only thing is Zalal's coming on a very short notice for this one, JB. And we don't know how that's going to affect his cardio. We can't assume that he's going to perform the exact same way that he did against Ilia Topuria, right? We can't assume he's going to perform the exact same way as he did against Damon Blackshear because he's coming in on such short notice here. Now, we can't assume that he's not either because we just haven't seen it. But it is an extra thing that we have to think about that we may not be getting the Zalal from tape because Zalal hasn't done a 12-week training camp for this. He's done about a 2 or 3 week training camp, right? So there is a big difference just based on that. But I'm going to pick Zalal here. I'm going to say Zalal gets it done via decision. Maybe he catches Billy with a flying knee. He likes to hit. He hit on Topuria. He also throws them in almost every fight he's ever fought. He was landing some good knees on them on Blackshear in the clinch in round 3 of their fight when he was 2 rounds down to 0 and he got a draw. And yeah, I feel like Billy might walk onto a knee. I think Zalal is the much better striker. And I think he's got good takedown defense, man. So, or, you know, he's got good get-up ability as well. And apparently he's impossible to submit if we look at the Ilia Topuria fight. And Billy ain't going out there and subbing guys like that anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Yusuf Zalal in this spot. What do you think, JB?
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing up go-go platas, and you already know about my diatribe in that Padilla fight, so you know how I feel about that. I could see him getting his guard passed, actually, if this fight does get to the ground. He's throwing up subs, gets his guard passed. Damon Jackson took his back easily, had him flattened out, bro. Easily had him flattened out. And I know people are going to say Damon Jackson's a really good grappler. I think Zalal's an underrated grappler, and I just think it's Billy's inability to defend some of these positions on the mat. I think Zalal could put him in that, loop of arm triangle to back take. And, yeah, I actually think Zalal could get this inside the distance sub or KO. And we're seeing some kind of crazy line movement, right? Like, he opened plus 250, bro. Money came in and it hasn't stopped, bro. I don't know if it's, I'm not saying it's inside info, but clearly the market respects Zalal for a reason. It's Arab money, like that old Busta Rhymes song, right? But we're going to get that Arab money on Yusuf Zalal this week. Zalal is halal. I think he gets the job done. But I'm going to disagree with you on the decision. I think that's the most likely path, but I can actually see Zalal getting a finish here as well.
So could I. People are saying, like, who's betting on Zalal? It is sharp money. I can confirm that the sharp money is on Zalal.
And I think he was training with Bulgarian as well. I think his front headlock series, he's going to be good in that, front headlock series as well. Trains with a good BJJ guys up there in elevation as well. So I think his cardio might check out, bro. He has the experience to go 3, in my opinion.
Alex Mann saying first time he's watched this show live, one of the best MMA shows on YouTube, easy. I appreciate that, bro. We're only on our 10th episode here, and you know how me and JB think about numbers and stuff. And episode number 10, we might have to have a little 10-unit episode or something. It's been a couple of weeks. We cashed a little plus 150 last week, nothing crazy, but it's been a couple of weeks since we cashed a nice healthy 10-unit or so. So we might have to have a little 10 units on show number 10. And maybe Zalal will help us do that. So I'm going to put Zalal money line in here. You're saying ITD.
I can't believe he's a favorite, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know, man. But I can't.
Damn, this wind is crazy, bro. It's about to open my door. Hold on.
Yeah, go on. Do what you need to do. I can hear the wind. I ain't going to put anything. Ends ITD minus 160. Oh, wait. Shit, I was completely wrong. I was like, they put in GTD at plus 130. Let me
Wrong fight.
put some money on that. Let me put some money on that. Minus 225 GTD. I don't really like it just because I do think that Zalal's short notice. I know the guy don't get finished, but short notice against Billy Q, like he can finish guys.
I think you're calling it with that knee up the middle, man.
Yeah, I can see it, bro, as well. I can really see it. You want to put it down? I'm not gonna put it down, but we can write it down for you.
I do want to put it down, depending on the price.
KO or ITD?
What's ITD?
400.
I like the ITD better, honestly.
Yeah. Oh,
what's the KO plus 500?
Yeah, man, no difference.
ITD.
Slight difference, but nothing crazy. All right, yeah. So we're on the Zalal side there, and now we got the main event of the evening: Peyton Talbott versus Cameron Saaiman. You want to take this one away, bro?
This is all you, my guy.
Okay. So it's funny this week. You know, this is apparently the main event of the evening. Seems like a lot of people hate Peyton Talbott. You know, it's funny because every few months or every like 6 to 9 months, we get the Dana White's Contender Series alumni, right? And you get a couple of fighters that come off the show. And there's always like 2 or 3 of them that get a lot of attention, that are touted to be like really good fighters or touted to be future fades, right? And Talbot has fallen into this category now where a lot of people hate him, a lot of people want to fade him, but the line's going heavily the other way. And I believe there's a reason for that. I think this is a very good fight. I think this is a competitive fight. Cameron Saaiman is a very good fighter. But, I mean, I've already done a breakdown earlier in the week, and my breakdown hasn't changed at all. Basically, my breakdown for this fight is that Peyton Talbot can deliver damage and receive damage a lot better than Cameron Saaiman can. In my opinion, he's also a lot more physical in the octagon, and I see him winning a dogfight. I see him the one that is going to be bloodying up Cameron's face. I think Cameron's face will be bleeding, will be cut open. I think it will be badly bruised. And I think Peyton will look like he's never even been in a fight yet, even though he's taken 100 significant strikes. And I think that will be the tale of the fight. Judges score the fight on optics. We have to understand that, right? But people want to say damage. People want to say damage. People want to say control, whatever you want to do. Let me tell you boys now. The judges score the fight on optics and optics alone. Now, damage usually causes the optics, but not always. So there's very often where there's rounds, right? And this is going off on a little bit of a tangent because, you know, it's lucrative MMA. I've got to go on my little rant/tangents at least once per episode. Otherwise, we ain't had an episode, right? And what I will say is that every now and then we get a fight where a fighter does more damage, but they lose the round because of the optics. Maybe they was walking back the entire round, right? And then the other fighter was walking forward, even though they was getting countered. I can't remember what fight. You know what? Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Jan arguably won that 3rd round, but the optics were so bad on him because he was walking back, death-gassed, couldn't even stand up, and so he lost that fight on optics. And I do think that this fight is going to basically come down to, just Peyton's just more physical. He's going to be able to land more damage. And I think optically, he will be the clear winner of the fight. So I've got Peyton Talbot in this fight. I think he can get a 3rd round finish. But more than likely, Cameron Saaiman lost the decision. But yeah, I'd say 3rd round or decision. You know, going back to what my man Capping Service said, I don't think the 3rd round is a bad play here. So I don't know if you're around at the moment right now, JB. If you're not, I'll answer some of the chat and we'll wait for JB to come back. Fubu's saying he's been off the weed since Christmas. Congratulations, bro. I hope you feel hope you're feeling good. You should try the 75 hard challenge. Yeah, so I know someone is doing 75 hard right now, actually. That's funny you say that. What else we got going on? Weed is amazing. Got to vape it. Best way to smoke it. Big money coming in on Zalal. Lucrative. Yes, sir. I know that. Everyone showing support for the man, JB. JB, your mic's off, by the way, if you didn't know. I think you do know, though, but just letting you know.
I had to grab a drink real quick, dude. I was running out of breath.
Got that dry mouth, bro. You ain't stopped smoking. You put the camera off to smoke, and now you're blaming.
Oh, no. Stop it.
I'm joking, brother.
Stop it. You know me. I'll smoke right on camera, brother.
I know.
Because we might be smoking that Saaiman pack. I know you're going to be smoking that Saaiman pack for sure. Dude, I won my biggest bet last year on Peyton Talbot, round 3 submission. I just love this guy's cardio, man. He breaks people down. he's almost like a Tony Ferguson. He kind of reminds me of. He's not the most technical, but he's gonna go in there and he's gonna just try and pressure you and out cardio you the best he can. And look at that long neck of Saaiman. I kind of feel like it's a round 3 sub again. But dude,
based on that,
crazy, bro. If Talbott gets a hold of that thing, it's a wrap, bro. No hooks, rear naked choke. He could even just what do they call this one? Where you just grab the rape choke? Is that what it's called? The politically correct term?
I ain't learned that one in the room.
Yeah,
yet,
it's where you just grab the person's neck and
that one.
Squeeze,
that one.
Right. Yeah, I think Talbot could get him with that in round 3. He just grabs his neck, chokes the life out of him. Round 3, Undertaker choke slam, Peyton Talbot. I'm just playing, dude. I don't have a great read on this fight. I'm going to trust that you have the read. You're the man that's moving lines out here. You're the true line mover this week, my man, James, on all these fights. So I'm going to stick with your read here. I like Talbot as well. You know he's my guy. We can't tell if he's Alex Caceres. We can't tell if he's Peyton Talbot, Talbot-Ceres. But he's our guy at the end of the week, man. So we're sticking with him.
Alex Talbot, yeah, man, I like him. I like him this week.
Alex Talbot.
We'll see the price. Minus 158. I'm gonna write him down there as the money line side at minus 158. Yeah, it's funny though because there's a lot of takes about this fight, man. It's interesting. At the end of the day, man, both guys are gonna put on a fucking performance. It's very similar to the C-Rod fight against Cameron Saaiman. I bet on C-Rod there. I bet him at like minus 135. I bet a big bet on him, 5-unit bet for me. And I think the fight won't be similar because I don't think there's going to be as much grappling. But I think, the hype of the fight and the way the fight panned out, which is it was a good, exciting fight. Both fighters put up a number of strikes. Both fighters done themselves favors in a win. I don't think Cameron Saaiman was embarrassed in that fight. And obviously C-Rod got the win. I feel like we're going to get that in this fight. I don't think any fighter is going to be embarrassed per se. I don't think any fighter's stock will drop per se. I think both fighters will come out of the fight looking like good future potential prospects. But I do think Talbot's going to get his hand raised. Next fight is Edmund Shahbazyan versus AJ Dobson. I'm going to come right out and say that Edmund Shahbazyan shouldn't be this big of a favorite in a UFC match against someone with a UFC level win, which AJ Dobson does have. And you can come out and say Tafon's not a UFC level guy. It is what it is. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But Jacob Malkoun lost. He was doing good in that first round. I'll tell you that now. He did well in that first round. He wasn't doing bad. Obviously, he got grinded on. Jacob Malkoun's going to grind on a lot of people. Arman Petrosyan, he's just not on the level of kickboxing as Arman Petrosyan. You could say Arman Petrosyan is similar to Edmund in the way he throws his kicks. But what you can't say is that their cardio is similar. Edmund has no cardio. In round 3. He gets tired in every round 3 he's ever been, which is barely any, but every single one he's been extremely tired. Go back to the Darren Stewart fight, the only decision he's ever won in his career. I actually rewatched that fight about a week ago before I looked into this fight. And man, it was a very bad look, He was looking terrible. He had to grapple to save his life. I don't think his cardio has got any better, to be honest. I haven't seen any evidence of it getting better. Maybe you can say in the Fluffy fight, he lasted under a grueling pace. I mean, the guy got finished. In that fight, I bet on Fluffy Hernandez in that fight. Nasruddin Imavov finished him the very same way. I don't like this guy's cardio, man. Like, I do think he's the better striker. He's the cleaner striker. I think technically he's better. I think his wrestling is better. I think his cardio is too much of a liability to ever make him minus 200. So that's going to be my pick. The line's actually moving even more for him. People are backing Edmund at minus 200. They're turning him into a minus 220. I don't agree with it, man. So, yeah, I'll pick AJ Dobson outright in this fight. What do you think?
Well, I think their reason is that, he's lost the highest level wrestlers up there. But Imavov ain't really a wrestler, and he put him on the mat, elbows from crucifix. I think it's a mental thing. I think after 7 minutes, this guy's done.
Yeah.
Dobson's very durable. I think he avoids the finish early. He could get 10-8 in round 1. What does it matter? Because after that, Shahbazyan is done. Give me Dobson round 2. Give me Dobson round 3. I actually think it's round 3 via elbows from crucifix again. That's my prediction for this fight. And I actually took, if you watch the gambler's perspective as well, you guys know why I'm on Dobson. It's a pure cardio play and a pure durability play. And I think that's good enough to take plus 170 on him because I think he could win a decision. But you already know I'm sprinkling that round 2 and round 3. I think it comes in round 3, man. I like Capping Service's take on it, and I like my take on it, and I like your take on it. So we're all lining up. I like this one, man.
I like round 3 as well, bro. I did like round 3 for Talbott. Maybe I should write that down. But I also like the decision. Can we get round 3/decision? I know they do that in a lot of
every book basically has that. Should at least.
Do they do it on Bet Online? I haven't used Bet Online in a while.
we Bet Online definitely doesn't have it.
Some bullshit, eh?
Hey, we can always bet round 3
Here we
itself
go.
and then decision. I actually like Dobson 2-3. I think Shahbazyan has 7 minutes of gas, bro. Like personally. But I could also just like we'll have the money line and that covers the decision as well for Dobson. You know?
Yes, I agree, bro. I mean, at this point, we're definitely taking the money line with the price that they're giving us. Plus 175, I believe. I'll have a look at this now. Plus 170, I mean.
Yeah.
I just can't get behind. I'll never get behind Edmund
at minus 200. Crazy.
But look, could he win the fight? He's the cleanest striker. Could he knock him out in round 1? He's
better do it in round 1.
He's done it to a lot of people. But yeah, but if you don't do it in round 1, it ain't going to look nice. Whatever, even if he wins, it ain't going to look pretty. It's going to look like the Darren Stewart fight. And you can't tell me that was a minus 200 fighter against Darren Stewart, right? And I think he might have even been chalked up a little bit more in that fight. So yeah, we'll go for Dobson and we'll write down the 2-3. We like the 2-3.
I like both.
I prefer the 3.
Okay.
I guess it depends on the price, obviously, JB. But I
just think there's a world where Dobson goes 8. I mean, Edmund goes for the finish hard in round 1, doesn't get it, gasses, and just gets finished late in round 2 as well.
There's definitely a world. Yeah, bro. There's definitely
see that. Honestly, I really don't like Edmund's cardio.
Chat, can you tell me
what we're getting for the 2-3? Yeah,
Dobson round 2-3, and I need a couple of people to say it so I can verify it. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll load up the next one.
And then we got money line that covers decision. So. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love this one coming up.
Oh man, JB, we're coming back today, bro. We ain't fucking around, man. Like, trust me, this weekend is gonna be a big weekend on a sleeper card, a card no one thinks gonna be good, a card that ain't really hyped up. But I think this card is gonna be fireworks, and I think it's gonna be fireworks for our betting account. And I think I'm gonna earn a lot of money this weekend, both of us, bro. So I'm excited for it now. I'm getting excited now. We're getting close to the parlays, and I'm getting excited, boys.
Let's go. Let's go.
No one telling me the 2-3, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. You want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So that's what the old boys say, and it's true. You know that, JB. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself, man.
That's a fact. No, ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
But the key is to have good people on your team that can do it. To be honest, let me rescind that a little bit because I got a couple of people around me that. They're competent individuals, you know, and that's how you take over the world. That's what we're trying to do. First of all, first stop is the bookmakers. We're trying to take over the bookmakers. And right now, I'm just stalling as I'm looking for AJ Dobson to win in round 2 or round 3.
You can't do it by yourself, but ain't nobody going to do it for you. That's what I should have said. You can't do it by yourself.
Yes.
But ain't nobody going to do it for you.
Yeah, nobody's going to stop you smoke. Like, if you want to stop smoking, like, no one's going to come and get the weed out of your fucking hands and pull it away from you. You just got to make that decision yourself. No one's going to slap you in the face in the morning and say, yo, we got to go training. We got to go sparring. No one's going to do this shit for you. There's a lot of victims in today's society. Everyone wants other people to help them, you know. I get it in my DMs all the time. People asking for handouts all the time. Oh, can you do this for me? Can you do that? Can you tell me this piece of information? And I'm like, mate, like, no one told me that shit. You need to do shit yourself, you know? And I know we're going a little bit off topic, but I don't give a fuck. Like, in life,
important. It's important to talk about.
Yeah, man. In life, a lot of people are fucking victims. And
plus 700? Are you kidding?
You like that? I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, bro. Plus 700 on Labrooks, and, you know, chat weren't really telling me too much. 2-3 KO is 1100. Nice. But what about...
I don't care about either because it's either I think it's elbows from crucifix, but he could just tap him. Like,
it's one of those ones where like Edmund is such a liability with the cardio, he could just give his neck or he could just go out from crucifix. Like, we just don't know. When it comes down to cardio, and you know this, JB, like when it's cardio, it can literally be TKO and submission is like 50-50. Like,
it's literally, does the guy turn his back? Does he do this?
Yeah.
Like, you have to go then look at their reactions. And from what we know, Edmund's probably just going to get elbowed and crucifixed. He's just going to give up. But probably. We don't know.
Yeah, probably. But what cardio makes a mess of every man. You know what I mean? If AJ Dobson gets him under the choke, is he really going to like fight for it too much? He has done it before, but at 700, I'm cool to take the
Who's the ref? What is Dobson like? Like, it's too much stuff for me to even get into, and I don't have a confident read.
JB, ref is a big one. And I always say that we have to always understand that we got 4 people that actually are controlling our money. We got 6 people, that are controlling our money, and everyone thinks we have 2 or 3 maximum, right? Because we got the 2 fighters, but we got the referee who impacts shit crazily, just like she almost impacted our Jacqueline Amarim, finished Corey McKenna 3 times, but for some reason they only paid me out once because the referee did a shit job. And then we got the 3 judges. That's 6 people that are controlling.
Check this. 7. The doctor.
Yeah. The doctor right there. Hunt facts. You know what? The cornermen sometimes they're saying that the cornermen in the Pat Barry in Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza fight. Carla Esparza was winning the rounds, slightly, and then Pat Barry says, Rose, you're winning every round. She lost. Split decision based on that. If Pat Barry wasn't in her corner, maybe she wins the fight. I'd actually go out on a limb and say she would have won the fight because she was doing well in that fight. She just didn't do any offense. And by the way, I bet on Carla in that fight. So, man, we're going into the weeds now. But again, this is kind of like a little rant that's going to help you, anybody watching this video, for the next fucking 10 years betting on MMA. We have to understand that there's a lot of things that factor into what decisions we make on the betting line, like the referee. If the referee is on top of AJ Dobson and Edmund Shahbazyan this weekend, and as soon as Dobson lands 1 ground and pound shot, the referee decides to take it upon himself to say, Edmund, you have to move, then AJ Dobson is going to completely switch off his jiu-jitsu brain and he's just going to start pounding away. Not based on what he wants to do or what Edmund is giving him, purely based on what the referee, a third party, has said. And we have to understand that when we're making our bets. So in that type of play, I'd much rather play Dobson 2-3 plus 700 than KO 1100. So, yeah, a little bit of a rant, but hopefully it helps you in the future. Carl Williams, Justin Tafa, another heavyweight fight that I was going to say they're slightly... this fight is very similar in some degree to the Usman and Nick Parkin fight. Just in terms of the level of fighters, just in terms, and, Carl Williams probably going to want to take downs. Will Usman want to take downs? Probably not. I don't really know. I don't have a good read on that regard, but I don't have a good read on this fight too much. Like, I think Carl Williams is going to win the fight. I think he's going to get takedowns, and I don't think Justin Tafa is very good off his back. We haven't seen it in the UFC, but he has been on his back in a couple of the fights prior to UFC, and, he doesn't really have much from bottom position. He's a big guy, massive heavyweight, 250-pounder, 260-pounder. These guys ain't throwing up triangles. These guys ain't doing half-guard sweeps like my man JB. Like, they ain't really athletic like that, So I don't think he's going to do much from bottom position. But I will say that his raw KO power and the way he lines his strikes up and what I've seen from Carl Williams against Chase Sherman most certainly makes me not bet Carl Williams in this spot. Now, there's been big line movement in this fight, so I ain't going to get on either side. But I'm just going to come out and say it right now. I bet on Justin Tafa at plus 220 against Carl Williams. I don't think he's going to win, but I do think I made a hell of a bet based on the money line now. The market is saying I've made a good bet. So at the end of the day, if we got my man Yanni the Greek on here right now, he would be congratulating me, telling me that, I done a great job. And sometimes I don't speak too much about that. Maybe I should speak about CLV a lot more, right? The goal really is to beat the line consistently, So I beat you there. The line's moved massively, JB, from my plus 220 play. I don't think there's any value on Tafa now. There ain't value on plus 157 because I do think that Carl Williams is getting the takedowns in this fight. But, man, I'm praying that Justin needs to land one shot in this fight. It's heavyweight. Carl Williams is unproven. And Justin only needs one. So plus 220, I'll let it ride, but I'll let you take it away. On the current line, I don't have a massive read.
So I took a stab at Tafa by decision at plus 1,000. Bookmakers are saying this fight's going the distance, or it's plus 130 to go the distance. That's like a 40-something% chance, bro. But they're saying Tafa only has a 9% chance to win by decision. I just disagree, especially in this day and age when judges aren't judging control time the same way. Tell me if I'm crazy too at the end, but I think Tafa, we don't know exactly what he's going to look like off his back, if he's going to be getting taken down easily. And I think Williams, after the first round, could get tired. He doesn't have like the best submissions, the best top control.
Yes,
yeah, he has takedowns, but Bresky was able to get up. Sherman was able to get up. These are low-level guys, so what's to tell me Tafa can't get up and make this a close fight? And he's clearly the better striker here, so I wouldn't even argue that. Williams is unproven. He's been in close decisions before. He's consistently going to decision. So he's been in splits pre-UFC as well, really close fights. Going to decision with guys who are 2-0. Yeah, this dude Tafa's never won a decision, but he's had a split decision with Carlos Felipe, I think it was.
Fight. He should have won that fight, bro. I watched it back the other day. He won that fight, in my opinion. It was a close fight.
Yep, I agree 100%. So I think the decision line's a little wide. Not a single person's taken the decision. I think this would be a good way for the books to scoop up the money, because I think people are going to be taking Tafa by KO here. You know, KO is better than the money line. He's never going to win by submission. He's not going to go to decision and win. He's going to get out wrestled. So his path is the KO. I actually disagree. I think Tafa decision is the way to go, just off an EV-based play. And yeah, Carl Williams death gas in round 3 versus Brzezinski and was hanging on for life. I think Tafa can make it difficult. He just needs to land a damaging shot per round, almost like the Zahabi one where he landed that big shot. Right? It's the damage is going to win the round compared to the control time, and it could be a split decision. Whatever we get Tafa by decision plus 1,000. I think that's a decent look, and I'll take Tafa for the money line side as well. I think people are going to be confident parlaying Williams this week, parlaying that he has the wrestling advantage. But like you're going like to round 3 and getting death gas versus Brzezinski, that gives me a pause for taking you on a money line in any situation. So give me the more. My bad. Go ahead. Oh, it's
I was just going to say, you said that they'll be comfortable parlaying him. And I agree, but those are the squares, because guess what? The line's moving the other way consistently throughout the week, JB. So they may be parlaying them, but something's happening on the other side that is offsetting all of those parlays. And I believe it's sharp money here. Not saying he's going to win. He was plus 220 when I bet him. I don't need to win those all the time, but I do think he's got a chance of it. Do you want to put the decision in our sheet?
Well, it was the JB special for the week, but we might change it up for the show. But let's put it in there.
All right. All right. Anyway, we don't have to use it. It's 900 right now.
It's crazy play.
You can't get the 4-figure. I'm sorry, but hey, it was plus 1,000. It's dropped down to 900.
And what did it open? Plus 750. So the book said, "Hey, you guys decide."
700. Right? 700 actually. Yeah. I can't show because I'm ahead of the screen, but actually I opened at plus 700. Cody Dank saying, "What's up, boys? Good stuff right here." Shout out to Cody. I appreciate you being in it. Cody has his own YouTube channel and he goes over bets. He goes over stuff like that. So if you haven't checked it out, I guess just type his name into YouTube or Twitter. He's got some good content over there. So go and support the guy. And now we're on the main event, bro. Main event of the evening. Big line movement in this one. So it's only right MMA line mover takes it away, bro. What do you think about this fight?
Yeah, I was on the thing with my man Yanni the Greek, and I think I might have got convinced, man, on the Ribas side. I think he made some good points with, Rose could be 1-5 in her last 6, dude. And I think we are paying for a name value. And sometimes when you get caught up in the film, your eyes can deceive you. You think the durability of Ribas isn't there, right? But that's subjective. She took some good shots from Luana Pinheiro. I think she brings it for all 5 rounds. I think she's intense. And at the end of the day, I know she's going to fight for my money. I just don't get to Rose here at minus 210 ever. I think she has the cleaner striking. Absolutely. But if she's not able to get the knockout early, I think this will become closer the later the fight goes. And I think Ribas has some really solid grappling as well that she could use as well in this spot. Rose is a bit unproven here at 125 as well. I think she's going to be in every single person's parlay this week, which is another thing. Not necessarily going to make me go the other side, but I'm not as confident as some people in the Rose side here. I don't have a strong argument on the Ribas side, except the line I think is just being off. If she doesn't get knocked out here, I think this could go this. But I really like violence here. I think either girl is liable to get finished by sub or KO. Under 4.5 is a good price as well. I like both of those plays. So no real strong take for me on the money line side. I did bet Ribas at plus 175. I think the line is just off. And I think one of those, I think, when we talk about just the whole card in general, any of these fights getting a decision, I think Tafa, Dobson, or Ribas is going to win. So I think I sprinkle the three of those. I'm going to be making some profit at the end of the night.
Okay, so I'm on the other side, man. I think Rose is going to whoop her ass. I think she's the better striker. I think she's a level above in the striking. I think that the striking, I think it will be a levels fight on the feet. In my opinion, the way Rose loses this fight is by being a bit of a nutter and by being a bit of a head case, which you can hear quite often from any breakdown that anyone's ever done on Rose and ever will do on Rose. They're always going to bring up certain fights where she hasn't performed. And that is true. But in her last fight, in my opinion, she performed very well. I bet on Manon Farrow to win via decision against Rose Namajunas in our last fight. And I was actually surprised the type of fight that Rose put up. She fought better than I thought she would fight. And she broke her hand in round 1. And she was coming on hard in round 2 and round 3 at times, man. Manon Farrow looked like a weight class above her. But in this fight, she's going to be the more physical girl. She's going to be the bigger girl. And I think she's going to be the one that's going to be dominating exchanges in terms of the physicality between exchanges. So there's something in striking that is often underrated to the naked eye. But there's a physicality that comes into striking, right? And what I mean by that is who can establish physical dominance in the striking realm. Now, someone may be a better technical striker, but they could get walked down and beat up by someone because the other person hits harder, tanks damage better, has better pace, and is an overall stronger, larger, more athletic, heavier muscle density type being. And I see this time and time again in the training room. Anytime I've ever trained, I'll go with certain people. If they weigh more than me, if they're bigger than me, oftentimes they might be winning the sparring, even though I'm much cleaner than them. Right. And vice versa as well. When I'll go with people, they're not as big as me and I can beat them up because I'm just bigger, more physical. And I think that's what happened in the Farrow versus Namajunas fight. I think Farrow was a little bit tougher, a little bit stronger, not tougher, but just bigger. She looked like a weight class above. And I think that the roles could be reversed here. Namajunas might not show up. That is always a possibility. She is a little bit, I think she's probably getting to the end of her career just because of the amount of time she's had in that game. But we don't know that. She's still young. Like for the game, she's 31 years of age. She's basically in her prime right now. I haven't seen her slow down outside of that Carla fight. And I had Carla in that fight. But that was a stupid fight. Like that was a ridiculous fight from both girls, not just from Rose Namajunas. Everyone always puts that on the Rose side for some strange reason. I think that Carla was doing a little bit more in the fight. And that's probably why she won. But that was still a terrible fight from Carla as well. She couldn't get takedowns. She couldn't really do anything, right? So I don't know, man. I just think I think Rose is going to beat Ribas up in this one. I don't see Ribas doing much on the feet, and I don't see her doing much on the ground. Like Rose could potentially get taken down, and I do think Ribas from top position could be able to do some damage to Rose. I do believe that, but I don't think her wrestling is very good. She does a lot of hip throws. Head and arm throws and shit like that. I ain't going to really work against Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas is an elite fighter at the end of the day, and she's beat the best girls in the division. She's beat Weili Zhang, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and Jessica Andrade, and I believe there's a reason for that. And I think we see it this weekend. I think Rose probably gets a finish inside the distance here. So
yeah, I like that under, man. Like I think Rose a better way to play her just is straight on the under. We don't have to necessarily go. We could put her in money line. I won't. This is your show. End of the day. If we're strong on the Rose side, let's go. We could put in Rose. I like that under 4.5 though, bro. Minus 145. What do you think Rose path is for the finish? Do you think a sub is live? Like a club and sub?
I'm personally thinking it will be a KO,
KO.
just based on her being level above in the striking, based on her being able to establish that physical dominance in the striking, like I mentioned, and then also based on Ribas's chin. But like, if you watch Rose's career, every single interview, and my man Dan Levy mentioned this the other day. Shout out to Dan Levy on Half the Battle. I was watching it, and he mentioned this exact thing. Every time Rose fights, she says, the plan is to knock her down, take her back, and choke her out. That's what she says every single fight. And she's done it a couple of times. So I wouldn't be surprised. She did it to Michelle Waterson. And I wouldn't be surprised if she does that in this fight. So I'm not heavy on either, but I am predicting the KO. I'm going to look at the lines now. But yeah, KO would be my prediction.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I did hear that as well. So I was just wondering your opinion on my man. I honestly just like the fight ends or the under 4.5, bro.
Yeah,
I don't really know if I'm seeing any specific plus 1250. That's a little
Jesus.
That's a little wide, bro. We're thinking she wins
650. That's too much, bro.
I think if we were saying she wins inside the distance at plus 110. I also think Hebas KO plus 1400 is a little bit wide as well, but we're not taking a Hebas side here, so plus 1250 on a sub, bro.
In a woman's fight as well, like more submissions than knockouts in those fights when you compare them to men's, I think.
And we're saying she's plus 110 to win inside the distance. That's closer to 50%, but she's plus 1250 to win via sub, when literally she has, I think, the same amount of subs whole UFC career compared to KOs, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know she subbed Michelle, like I mentioned earlier. So, she knocked out Joanna and Wiley.
Well, before that, what about before that? There's still, I guess, Ultimate Fighter isn't UFC.
Fighter, she got all submissions.
Yeah, and then keep going, flying armbar, rear naked choke versus Angela Hill. And then a bunch of KOs. So we just haven't seen it in a while. But does that mean it should be plus 1250?
I ain't gonna wrap.
Fuck no.
JB though, like, are we gonna put that in a parlay? I'm not confident to put it in.
Okay,
parlay.
If you're not confident in it, then we're not. But I think it's worth a look.
You know where it's gonna go, bro. You know where it's gonna go.
The lucrative special, baby.
No. It's gonna go here, bro.
The honorable mentions.
Yeah. It has to go down there.
Oh man,
I'll probably play that.
50 is crazy, brother. We're saying this fight, and I think we have to at least give it consideration. If we're giving Tafa decision plus 900, how can we not give Rose?
That's on you, bro. That's on you. All right. So, so that's it, boys. Now we come to the best part of the show, which is making the parlays. And boys, Turd Ferguson saying he's been betting for 34 years and he's never heard positive expected value and parlay in the same sentence. So first of all, congratulations for betting for 34 years. It's a long last time. I've been betting for 15 years and it's been a hell of a grind, man. So I couldn't imagine doing it double the amount of time that I've been doing it. So shout out to you, man. And to be here, I appreciate you here. One thing I will say is that you're probably not familiar with the MMA markets. I mean, maybe you are, right? Maybe you have been betting on MMA for 34 years, but definitely not because the UFC ain't even been around that long, right? So in MMA, and I ain't saying this to sound patronizing, I'm just going to speak facts now. In MMA, it's a very, very different game than any other sport. The MMA markets are completely different, and a lot of things that are true in other sports are not true in MMA. I also will say on a side note that parlays can be profitable in any sport because I've seen people do it consistently for years. But I'm going to show you something. I'll get my betmma.tips. I've got it up here. So if you see my betmma.tips, if we zoom in, so this is me tracked for the last 5 years, right? Every bet I've placed, win or lost. And if you go to my parlays, you can see that I've got 203 right and 137 wrong. I've bet over 1,000 units on parlays and I've got 284 units of profit. So my ROI on parlays are 25% over 5 years. So that is the definition of plus EV, right? 25% is almost unheard of. Like, it doesn't really exist in sports betting. If you ask anyone what ROI exists in sports betting, 25% doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. And this is over 5 years. But this is a real thing. So you can definitely be profitable on parlays, brother. I'm living proof of that myself. And this show is doing well on them so far. 70 units of profit. Hopefully we can get some more right now. So
yeah, it's been a while though, bro. We need it. We need it this week, bro. The people need it this week. Man.
You're only as good as your last week, as they say.
Yes.
So yeah, man, I think this is going to be the week, but
Man, last week we had some crazy good reads, so
that was epic, bro.
let's let the
Insane that we
magic
didn't
happen.
catch more parlays, like legitimately insane. But anyway, all right, what we got? All right, bro, parlay one. Parlay one.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yes, sir. What
I don't
saying?
know. It's just feeling it. I'm feeling it.
All
How
right.
about Zalal money line?
Yeah.
Okay. Paired with Talbott 3 decision.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you take it over.
Okay. That's nice. We're doing a joint one. All right. Talbott 3 decision paired with Zalal money line. I like both of them. Both nice EV legs. Oh, I fucked that up. Zalal money line minus 115.
Were we confident? Oh, go ahead.
Go on. No, I wasn't really gonna. You go. You go.
Were we confident in that Errens over 2.5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we are. I like that, bro. That's a nice parlay right there. Let's see what we're getting. So as always, boys, I'm gonna bring up the parlay calculator so you can see right in front of me. No fugazi, no fake shit. We're giving you the real lines out here, just like I do on my service. You know, all these motherfuckers, JB, who've got their own tout service, handicapping service. These motherfuckers are betting on opening lines, right? Opening submission lines at plus 1400, and then when it releases to the market, it's plus 600. And these motherfuckers are cashing 1 unit at plus 1400, plus 14 units of profit, when every motherfucker on their service is getting plus 600 for 6 units of profit. 14 units versus 6 units. They do this 3 times a week. Every week, they are literally getting 100 more units a year based on these fraud lines. But we don't do that over here, man. We only give out legitimate lines that all of our people can get. That's something that irks me more than anything in this game, is people giving out unavailable lines. And it's not spoken about enough. People always tout all their numbers and shit. You're betting on openers and lines that are not available. So fuck those motherfuckers. We ain't doing none of that. Plus 148. Minus 155.
I'm going to turn my light on real quick.
So this parlay is plus 663. Bro, JB was outside in the alley, and now JB's like in haunted house or something. Oh, he's out. He's in the alley again. All right. We got plus 663. That's a nice little parlay to kick off the show. Nothing crazy. All right. Plus 663, boys. What are we saying? Zalal and Talbott pack going to hit hard. Damn, bro. He's going straight against us. The boy, Tanner Austin. He ain't feeling it.
I think he's like with us, but he doesn't know how the pack works. He means the Saaiman pack and the
I don't know if he. Oh, maybe he does.
know.
Yeah. No, he does. Billy Q and Saaiman
knows.
getting. I think he spelled pack wrong. He meant DONE. He meant getting packed. PACKED. Tanner, bro. It's not how you spell it. Legit. How the fuck do you bet on an unavailable line? No, what I'm saying is that the people who have their handicapping services, they will track a line at plus 1400, but it's only available at plus 1400 for 1 day, only on one bookmaker, Bet Online usually, right? And then all of their subscribers can't get on that line because the line moves too quickly, or they don't have Bet Online. And then when it's released to the public, it's plus 700 by that point, but they still track plus 1400. So that's what I mean.
Basically, they're unethically lying about how they're doing.
So many people on X literally wait until the price drops before tipping the bet. Makes no sense.
That too. That is the one that I see the most. Is the line will move and then they give out the bet.
Yeah, that happens because now they think they're on the right side because of the market agrees. You motherfuckers. So we got 1,051 people here, 400 people on YouTube, and 650 on X. So shout out to everyone. I appreciate you very much as always. And without further ado, we shall move on. So I like the Erosa ends ITD, a little bit chalky, but we're just going to bang that in right now. Got to be used at some point. We don't have that many legs this week, JB. Can we bang
I just
that
noticed
in
that.
the rear decision? Yeah, we don't have too much to work with, but it's all right. It might work out well. We can always add more if for some reason we don't have enough. We can also double up if we really like. So I like these two, bro. This is Erosa ends ITD and Daria decision. And let me put these. Actually, let me just so I can do this better, and everyone can see a little bit better because you can only see the top of the screen. What about that Usman GTD? Can I add that in, or the Usman money line? Do we want the Usman money line in here or the Usman GTD? Maybe we see what it's going to give us. Maybe
you think Usman would knock him out or something? Like, how does that end ITD? Parkin sub? Like,
I think it's possible. It's also heavyweight, so it's just like an extra ITD ends ITD push. I also think that I think that both fighters can do decent damage from top if either fighter does get on top. I like both. Like, I like both as plus EV legs, but I don't know necessarily like what one I like better. No one's really saying it too much here.
I know we both liked Ogden. Couldn't we just do Ogden?
Yeah,
we
could. All right, we'll leave that
like that
a little bit.
That's swaggy right there.
That's just plus 421. Can we add Usman then?
Yeah, dude, I'm with it.
Well, you like the GTD more. What are they giving us for a GTD? Minus 145.
Man, I'll leave that one up to you.
780, but for the plus 127.
I mean, they're both good prices. I think what are you more confident in?
More confident in? Probably the GTD, maybe. Okay. I don't like more confident. I really don't like, the more confident, because the way I play in MMA, I kind of just play on whatever
right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm more confident, but like overall, usually it's like a similar confidence for most bets. It's just funny how it plays out like that, but it genuinely is.
What do you bet the under 4.5 for the Rose fight?
No, I'll go with Usman.
Okay, Usman.
Yeah, I'll go with Usman. Give us a very nice number. It's a 4-figure, bro. It's a plus 1,000. Giving you a plus 1,000 here on our second parlay. So,
and guys, don't be afraid to help us in the chat, man. This is your show too. We appreciate it.
We ain't gonna put it in if we don't think it's plus EV. But at the end of the day, you can point stuff out to us. It happens all the time. Remember when they pointed out Topuria at the end? It was like, put Topuria in. It was like, we think he's plus EV, and then we cashed the 30-1 parlay that allows us to go on like another 4 shows.
The Childish Gambino.
The Childish Gambino parlay. You know, that's so crazy that one parlay hitting allows us to do another 4 shows, not hit any parlays on any show, and still be in profit 2 units. That's crazy, bro. That's the power of these parlays. Don't hit them every week. We'll never be able to hit them every week, but when they do hit, they cover us for those weeks where we don't hit them, and then some. So I say we just put the Usman GTD in the next one, since we was going back and forth of what we was going to put it in. It makes sense, right? Usman GTD in this parlay free. Kick it off with, you said the Rose ends ITD?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Rose ends ITD. Don't mind that if I do. What about Ogden? Do we have Ogden in any? Yeah, we did.
We got ends ITD. Ogden ends ITD.
That's plus 350. That's pretty juice. That's pretty good. How do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
I also like the Gibson ends ITD too. I like either. And we did say we thought Holobaugh was going to possibly get finished. So that's just the fight to end inside the distance, right?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Plus 350.
That's a huge one.
That's solid.
This can be a huge one, boys. This will be coming up to a plus 2,000 or something, I believe.
Yeah, because that Ogden.
Yeah, that 350s for real.
Yeah, he wins a decision, we're good. But if he gets finished, we hit the other one. Or if he gets a finish, we're really golden.
Plus 1121, a little bit less, but that's all good. Another Over plus 1,000 for 3 legs. We'll like that, bro. 1-1-2-1.
Yo, we are short on legs this week. I've just realized that.
Very short.
We're going to have to add stuff back in, dude.
Maybe. All right, let's bang Gibson. Well, remember, with the Moneyline special and the JB specials kind of takes care of itself.
I like Gibson fight ends ITD, actually. Low-key better than I do Gibson.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like Gibson, but we can do him in Parlay 5.
Okay, cool. What do you think about Zalal ITD? Padilla ends ITD?
I don't really want to put Zalal ITD in, you know.
At all?
I want to leave it. I want to leave it till last.
Okay.
I'd rather put Talbott or Daria as a money lines here.
I'm gonna leave this one to you. I'm gonna leave this. So let's go with. You didn't want to put Gibson in.
All right, we'll do the Gibson. We'll kind of do my one now since you're leaving this one to me.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, after that, you can do more. Or you can take the next one away.
No, I like it, dude. Let's just work together. This is it.
All right, bro. So Gibson money line, Daria money line, Talbot money line. I've just decided to do a money line for whatever reason. That's just what I'm feeling, boys. I can't help it. Gibson money line plus 127. Yeah. Let me just see what I'm working with right now, boys. And then if I want to add any more, I will. If not, I won't. Minus 210. And then minus 158. Plus 447. Let me see if there's anything else I can hit. Yeah, like you said, man, we're running low on legs. Do I really want to add the Dobson to that?
Are we going to have him in a money line parlay or no? If we're not, then we should just put him in here.
Let's I add Rose? Can I add Rose to this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you don't like her, but I like her, and I guess I've kind of done this parlay, so
let's do it.
Plus 721, that's clean for me, man. I like this parlay. A mini money line parlay for whatever reason.
Bro, we could always add these legs back in as well. Like if we wanted to use the under 4.5 again, we could do it. Like we're allowed to do
parlay
whatever.
5. All right, you kind of half take this one. We'll do the Gibson ends ITD. You kind of like that one.
Zalal ITD? Or are we saving that?
I don't know, man. I don't like it's
you just don't want to use it on this episode?
400 is big, you know.
Yeah, it's big. It is. What about Gibson 3? We didn't like that, so we're gonna leave that. We'll just leave that for now. What about Erosa? Straight up.
Yeah, we gotta use him at some point. I'd rather maybe.
And then Padilla ends ITD.
Yeah. This is going to be a nice
You want
one.
those? Can I add one more?
Yeah.
We'll go up, and I want to see which ones we used already that we would be comfortable adding again.
Can I just see what we got? Let me see what we got.
Yeah, that's fine.
See what we're working. It's always nice to know what odds we're at.
Yes.
Plus 155.
We might have a good one on hand right here.
Minus 160. It's going to be all right, like straight up, but it's plus 791.
Let's let the chat. Should we go higher? Or 791 good?
Plus 700 good enough, or you're not feeling that, chat?
Or we're gonna have Zalal in the money line, so it ain't no point.
See you later, Paul.
Peace out, brother. Peace out. Peace, Paul. But does Paul or anybody else have any recommendations?
He wants to see a special, but that's a little bit too crazy for this one, boys. I mean, we're at plus 7.
I did like that.
240 to 1.
Like it.
Juice it up. Plus 791 solid. You just want to appreciate. You're welcome, brother. Not like the other dude. Did that other guy come in earlier and said like? Remember the one who said you dig? He said something like, "You better thank me for joining for free" or some shit like that. That guy was wild, bro. I don't know what he was saying. What a legend.
Yeah, we got some sick puppies in here. Plus
bro,
7.
where's my guy in the chat from the other day? Fernando Rodney. The guy is just rolling around Mexico, beating motherfuckers up, bro. Undefeated in street fights, bro. A legend. Where you at, Fernando Rodney, man? Come on, bro. Back in the chat, man. Shout out to you.
Bang.
Yeah, he said he paid for his free trial. What a legend.
Paid for it. Paid for a free trial. Good job, brother. That was
Interesting guy. Oh, my man, Darius.
genius.
Darius Halsey, my guy. The man, Darius. Say it to my face. All right, bro. Come on, man.
Jeez.
I was greeting you with love, and now you want to act like an internet bad man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. No internet bad men. All right, internet bad boy. All right, what else we got?
Say it to
JB?
his face. Say it to his face, cuz.
People are saying like +791 is all right, but I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah, should we just leave it? It's cool, man.
Yeah, we need to hit some parlays this week. Maybe we're getting a little too crazy.
Maybe we got too ahead of ourselves, JB.
Yeah, I think that might have been it. I think we're gonna hit this week. We're gonna be a little less greedy. This is our time to be greedy.
All right. Yeah.
Yo, I think this week we should do like 2 ones though. I should make a special, and I think you should also make like a long shot special as well.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
Bro, I might have to copy my man CS's. Like,
Yeah?
I probably would do that anyway. But anyway, I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
All right, so I like mine as Dobson 2-3. Like, I think that should be the first leg.
Yeah, nice, bro.
And then, like, what else could we put in? Because, like, the one I gave away on the gambler's perspective was Tafa decision, right? It's +900. That's going to give you a crazy number. Yeah. But are we confident in that? Like, do we want to make that it this week? Or could we get something better?
I mean, you don't have to use this. Like, so these are here for you to look
at.
Yeah,
we could find something else, 100%. Zalal doesn't, we don't have to use that.
You can, like, scroll up.
Yes.
Or even if you know, like, I'll show you anyway. I'll show you what we got if you want to double down. Like, you could double down on the Talbot. You could go, like, you could go the rear again.
It needs to be, like, a big leg, right? It needs to be something to where the special is worthwhile.
I mean, Ogden ends ITD or something.
Yeah, but we used it already. We used it already, brother.
But then we ain't got a lot, though, bro. I mean, you like Zalal ITD, don't you?
I do, but Talbot round 3 was what my man Capping Service said, right?
Yeah, you like
Talbot round 3.
Oh, you've already done Dobson. I don't. I think he probably decisions him, but yeah, I don't.
What about Tafa decision then? Do you think the Tafa decision is live, or
I don't like it?
It's a little too crazy, right?
Yeah, it's too crazy.
It's a little too crazy. So let's think about this. It's time for us to really, really dive in and figure out what we like this week for the long shots, because we got to figure it out. If Tafa decision ain't it,
why don't you want to put Zalal ITD in?
I do, actually.
Because you tried to put it in the other one. Why wouldn't you put it in this one?
And it's not Tafa decision. So you know what? I am recommending to do one with Tafa decision as well. I did say that already earlier this week. But me and my man Lucrative ain't really seeing crazy eye to eye on it. It's not like the number one best play that we like. But we're saying we think Zalal ITD, that flying knee. I think you kind of made a Nostradamus-esque call on that one. Let's mix it together. I actually really like the number 7 and 4 as well. It's like my 2 favorite numbers. So let's see what it gives us.
That's a no-brainer, man. This will be a huge one, boys.
Bang.
Plus 3,900.
So that's 39-1?
39-1, bro.
I think that's a little more reasonable than 160-1 on the one I gave on but hopefully it hits still. But I think this one's a little more reasonable.
At the end of the day, man, we don't have to push for over 100-1. I mean, it's a crazy fucking parlay anyway. Like, they're 2 big air legs. We think they're plus EV. Like, bro, it just so happens that we don't really have that crazy legs like this week, you know?
Maybe it'll work out for us, you know?
Exactly. Bro, if that hits, that's insane.
I think on UFC 300 is when we're going to make that, you know, big 100-1 crazy special. I think that's when we're going to get it.
Crazy, bro.
We're going nuts on that card, bro. It's just all the stars feel like they're lining up for that one. But I think it's your time to work, my man. I think it's time for us to get this parlay number 7 money line special this week. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a mad one, Kevin, by the way, bro. All right. Money line special. I think, well, all right. Can we go? Well, we've already done like a mini money line special there. That's the thing. Are we doubling up these? We have to double up these, to be honest. If we don't double up these, then...
All right, let's just start with our most confident leg. Like, who is our most confident leg on the card money line wise? Can we leave Rose out of this one? Or
Yeah.
just a bit weird gut feeling.
What about Daria? She's going to win, eh?
I mean, we have her in 2 parlays, though, already, right?
Do we?
Yeah, I think we have her decision.
Decision. Yeah, all right. It's going to be a bit tough this week, boys.
Yeah, we have such good like underdogs too. Like we could do. We have Usman in one, but we're gonna just have to add shit.
We add Usman again then.
Okay. Padilla.
You don't like? Huh?
I don't like who?
I was gonna say you don't like Gibson. Oh, we haven't done AJ Dobson, so I guess we have to add him, right?
Yeah, we have him 2-3 though, but
true.
Yeah, this covers money line as well. Yeah. I like this actually. I like this so far.
Dobson.
Do you like Padilla or no? Okay.
At 170, I don't love it.
I don't like how you. Yeah, I don't like the side there. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
All right, so you didn't like. Well, we could do Rose. I don't really even care. Actually, doesn't
leave Rose.
Me.
Leave Rose for now. We don't. Okay. We'll leave that to last if we really need her. It's only minus 200.
What's the plus monies that we? Oh, Talbott. What about Talbott? Do we have him in a bunch already or no? I don't think we do, honestly, bro.
Talbott there.
And then Talbott 3 decision. Isn't he like your most confident play this week, possibly? So one of them at least.
Probably more confident in Rose and Daria, but obviously them lines are way worse.
Yeah, so that's true.
Shall we bet? Yeah, we can add him.
Talbot, Rose, Daria. I kind of like those. Or Daria, and then
minus 158. Daria, we already added her though.
To this one?
No, but
the other ones.
2 others. It's cool. We're gonna have to redo it. Is what it is.
Oh, Zalal though we already used 2. We used everybody, bro.
Yeah,
Ogden, we would have used already. We used Erosa. We used everybody.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
except like Errens and Nguyen, but like we really weren't even confident in that one. So
yes, because we didn't really have too many crazy props this week. We didn't use them, man.
I'm down with Ogden.
Yeah, okay.
We liked him.
What's that so far? Because that's decent, you know.
I think anything over plus 800 is pretty solid for this week. Where we're not that confident in some of the money line. Well, we are actually. So we could build something even. We could just see what this is. And then let's see what the chat says. Let's see what you say.
Oh, that's huge, bro.
What is it?
1,500, bro.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's massive.
Okay. And that's only 4 legs, right?
That's humongous, bro. That's done right there, man. We don't need to add any more to that. That's like the second biggest parlay on the whole show. I don't know how that happened. The 170 the 2 underdogs just bumped that shit up nicely. And they're only short favorites, you know. These ain't big chalk legs. Like, that's quite nice. I don't think we've had a 4-leg parlay in the money line special ever. I think they've usually been like 6 or something.
I like that 5-5-5 too. It's making me feel right.
Yeah, we like that. 3-9, perfect there. These ones are kind of shit, but you know. So that's it, boys. Show done. These are the honorable mentions. We won't add them. I was kind of feeling to do another one, but
you wanna?
Nah, I might leave that for the elite zone.
All right.
I'm thinking of one because I always do 3 parlays on my elite zone. I cashed a massive one. Boys, was it last week in the elite zone when we cashed a big parlay?
Oh yeah, the 3-legger.
What did I hit?
No, it was the elite zone.
Yeah, what was it?
I forget.
Boys, if anyone's in the elite zone, did we hit a massive parlay last week? I feel like we did hit a massive parlay.
I remember it was a 3-leg one, but I can't remember what the legs were.
I hit a nice one at UFC 299, Michael Venom Page points and Peter Yan points.
Whew.
There was one, I can't remember what it was. But that's it, boys, man. Marcel's saying thank you guys for taking your Friday out to help the boys. I appreciate you, brother. You're welcome. I did that Saturday for me. So yeah. And Chad, oh yeah, I think it was Chad and Heliger, Jacqueline Amarim, and Danny Silva. I believe that was the parlay, the three we had. That was a nice, clean one, man. But that's it, boys, man. I'm tired, so I'm gonna go now. Thank you, JB, for coming here and sharing with us your picks for this weekend. I appreciate you as always, and I appreciate everyone in the chat. We've had over 1,100 people this week. This show. As you can see, I'm getting tired, boys, so I'm just going to kick it out now, boys. Shout out to everybody. Like I said at the start of the stream, my website is completely for free. You can join and get full card breakdowns of every single fight on the UFC card, full card breakdowns of every single fight on the Bellator card, my picks and predictions for every single fight. You can get my parlay pieces, the best parlay pieces for the weekend. You can get all of my major organization bets, that UFC, PFL, and Bellator. You can get all of my regional scene bets. That's LFA, Cage Warriors, KSW, Rising. You can get all of my long shot props that I add. You can get all of my long shot parlays that I add. And on top of all of that, you can get sports betting training courses completely for free. How to not get limited, the best bookmakers to use. You can download a free guide to tell you the best bookmakers to use. You can also get access to a section where I give you the best plus EV legs that I haven't bet this weekend. Maybe bets that I'm looking to place if the line goes one way, or maybe I'm waiting to play it, or maybe I don't want to play it because I don't want to overexpose if I have another bet on the fight. All of that is free. That is crazy, bro. I should take that off the net right now. How am I giving that away for free? Legitimately, though, like, JB, that takes me a long ass time every single week to fucking research and do, bro. That's a straight fact. Like, I was having a little bit of fun with it and with the energy, but that's actually a fact, that the amount of time it takes me. So anyway, boys, the free trial ain't going to be around forever. So, 15 days and then you're done. So up to you anyway, man. I'm done. JB, I'm going to let you take this one out, brother. Shout out everyone in the chat.
Yeah, if we can get a quick scroll of the parlays, that would be dope. A little slow-mo drive-by kind of ordeal. Yeah, guys, Lucrative MMA. You guys are seeing it, right? He's giving out a free subscription trial for these next few fight cards. I think you need to take advantage of that right now. See what you're getting. See the value that you could be getting in the long run. And I think between this week, next week, and even the Bellator and the week after, all these regional cards, you're going to make enough money to sign up again next month. So everybody's saying, can we cancel? Can we cancel? Guys, you're not going to want to cancel after the first month. And this is going to be the first step of what we do this week. Appreciate you, my man, James. And thank you for having me on again. Let's do it this week. And we're due.
You're welcome, bro. And just for anyone asking, all you do is go to my website and then just scroll down to the end and you can just click start free trial literally right there. So yeah, one more scroll over, as you say. Parlay 2, Parlay 3. Get your cameras out, get your phones out, whatever you need. Write this down. You can rewatch it back. It is what it is. Parlay 5. I used to read them all out, but man, I ain't got the patience for that anymore. Parlay 7. Maybe if I'm in more energetic mood. All right, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you all. Thanks, JB, again. Let's cash these tickets. This weekend, we're making it big. You already know. I'm out. Bang.